You may not have the best credit, you may not have a lot of cash, and you may not have any experience, but that's okay. We're going to teach you exactly where and how to begin from scratch. So to make things easier for you, we've broken this down into the 5 P's, okay? That's preparation, people, presentation, private money, and persistence, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right on in and talk about preparation. A lot of real estate has to do with the mental game. I would probably say at least 50% of it is a mental game. You need to first figure out if real estate investing is even for you. And I'm here to tell you that it's not for everyone. You become self-employed, you have to manage your own hours, your own schedule. It's very self-motivating. So if you're not that type of person, this may not be the best fit for you, okay? So very important to establish, do I have the time, the mental and physical energy to dedicate to this full-time or even part-time? If you don't waste your time, okay? Second thing is you have to be prepared to self-learn, okay? Knowledge is power. So in the beginning stages, you need to first start to read articles, watch some videos regarding the topics you want to learn, whether it's wholesaling, commercial, probate, whatever it may be, even fix and flip. Listen to podcasts that cover these type of topics and start familiarizing yourself with what you want to focus all of your attention on, okay? The next thing you want to learn is word choice. Learn the terminology. You know, if you want to do wholesaling, figure out what ROI is, figure out what LTV is, loan to value. You know, you need to understand what these acronyms are, the common terminology, so you can sound a little bit more experienced and knowledgeable when you talk to other people, okay? Next are basic legal issues. Learn what a deed can do to a property. Learn what liens can do to a property when you try to talk to the title company. Disclosures, whether they do or do not disclose things before and after closing, how you handle these situations, advertising across states, knowing when and when you cannot put up bandit signs. Again, these are very entry-level type of things that most investors need to know and to avoid certain types of problems or issues when you get started. And of course, we are in the age of the internet. There is no answer you cannot find using Google, so do your online research. It's really the fastest way to get your answers, and it's really just the best way to find out, who the thought leaders are in the industry. If you focus on wholesaling, who are the best wholesalers? Just simply look that up. Best commercial investor, apartment. So use your resources that are available to you. So next, let's talk about the people. This is the time where you're going to start preparing to talk to peers, your colleagues. If you're attending real estate clubs, you're networking there. These are where mistakes and missteps are not as critical, but just as important. It gives you opportunity to refine your process, get, more practice in, feel more comfortable with this process. Because we understand that not everybody feels comfortable talking to strangers, okay? So my advice here is definitely to find your voice. Some people like to use facts when they talk to people. Some people are more salesy, or, maybe people like to use fluff. Whatever it may be, you need to find your voice and be comfortable when you talk to strangers. Don't try to be someone that you're not, because there's a greater chance of people seeing right through that, okay? So also, again, you can practice at real estate clubs, talk to, established pros, or if you don't feel comfortable with that yet, talk to other newer investors, maybe someone who has a few deals under their belt. But again, you want to figure out what kind of terminology they're using, what they're looking for. Really use this process to really gather information and refine your process to figure out what actually works. Another cool exercise is active learning. If you are reading articles, watching videos, and you have a lot of good information and facts, start regurgitating this information to kind of test what you feel comfortable talking about and how it's received by others. Man, this, Frank sounds really, knowledgeable in this. That's, good confirmation that you're on the right track, okay? Another great thing you can do is online participation, such as blogs, discussion forums, where other of your peers are interacting and discussing maybe topics you're interested in. This will help give you a better idea of what's commonly be discussed, common terms, are people focused on interest rates, certain markets, things like that. So, people is a great way to learn a business really fast and get connected with the important people so you can get results fast as well, okay? Again, this is where you kind of start preparing and getting more comfortable with the process. So go ahead, let's talk about the third P, which is your presentation. Now, by this point, we're hoping that you already have refined your process now. You've picked your niche of real estate and you're feeling a little bit more comfortable talking to people. So right now you want to consider what your brand is. What do you want to be known for? Are you the guy who sells houses in 7 days? Are you the one who makes wholesaling super easy for other investors? What do you want to be known for? You also want to figure out what type of business do you want to run? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a C Corp? Is it an LLC? Figure that out next. Now you want to figure out what your scripts are. You've talked to enough investors. You figured out what's important to them. What is your elevator pitch? Develop a unique selling proposition. Customize each speech for your situation, whether you're talking to a brand new investor trying to turn them on to working with you, or they're an experienced investor looking for very specific type of things that you could potentially bring to them. They require different types of speeches. So think that through and create scripts for that. Next, your marketing materials. You don't have to sell a house in order to have business cards. So take pride in figuring out what your brand is. Create business cards, letterheads if you need, brochures, websites, banner signs, basically any way for people to get in contact with you. But my best advice here is don't pour every single minute and resource you have into this yet. You want quick and out. And less is more here, okay? You just want functionality to make sure things are working. And then once you start pulling in revenue, then you can kind of build out these things to look exactly how you want. Otherwise, you're just gonna get stuck in this phase and you're gonna blow a lot of money, okay? So don't get stuck in the marketing materials, but do get them set up. Credibility kits. This is pretty much your real estate resume. Kind of figure out and focus on areas that you're good at, okay? And really focus on those areas. And then, of course, hire out your shortcomings if you can afford that. Next, keep it relevant. Now, your early phases, you're able to mess up here, misstep, talk, tangent, get excited. But now when you're talking to potential business partners, you really want to focus on the areas they care about. So stay on message. Don't go off on tangent. Now, with these basic, entry-level things with a credibility kit, having your scripts available, understanding what you want to talk about, you're going to greatly improve your chances of finding partners and deals, okay? So that'll pretty much be your groundwork to taking the next step, which we'll be talking about private money. All right, let's talk about the fourth P, which is private money. Now, by this point, you should know the basics. You have all your marketing materials ready, and you've talked to a few people and refined your process. Now is a time to speak with authority and intelligence to the people who are potentially going to finance your deals. So it's super important that you understand how cash flow works for every deal you're about to present and the documentation that's needed, whether it's a short-term loan, a long-term loan, because private lenders, all they care about is how quickly am I going to get my money back and what are the returns looking like, okay? Because private lenders will loan based on the potential of the house, and that's why it's super important for you to have realistic numbers and comps ready, okay? That's probably one of the most important things that you need to include in every credibility kit. Now, also understand that equity partners are going to be loaning based on the percentage of the profits. So in this case, since you're not putting any money into the deal, you better be prepared to offer sweat equity. And what that means is your experience, the time, the people you know. So all the private lenders have to worry about is, when am I going to get my money back? And I got to feel confident that you're going to be able to take care of my money as well as the deal, okay? So that's the point here, is to really sell them on the deal, sell them on you, show them that you've done your homework, and you can focus on what's important for them, which of course is getting their money back, and for you, getting more deals done, okay? So very, very important here with private money is to use all the resources you've already prepared and practiced and focus your energies here to get the money you need to do deals using none of your own money. All right, lastly, which I believe probably is the most important, is persistence. That's the fifth P, persistence. And the reason why is, I know we covered a lot of material here, and I want you guys to apply what we're talking about. That's very important. But what I'm here to tell you is you're not going to learn everything in the first month or possibly in the first year, okay? Is there any real estate expert out there that you've spoken with who has locked things down and is really good at their job after 6 months? It's probably even less than 1%. I'm pretty confident it's less than 1%. So do not be discouraged, okay? You're going to have to adjust your plans as you go, roll with the punches, because you got to understand it, deals aren't always predictable. So being flexible, being creative is going to keep you thinking, keeping you on your feet, and of course, always improving on your success rate. Stubbornness and negativity is only going to hold you back, okay? So remind yourself that nothing worthwhile is easy. And if you want something, you have to work at it over and over and over again. Those who quit are the ones who never reach their full potential, all right? So if you approach this with a positive and optimistic attitude, you're going to greatly improve your chances at success. The one thing that we got to tell you is don't quit your day job, not just yet anyways. Use this as a side gig at first and then let your job build savings for you. And then once you've established a real estate business, feel confident in the process, then you can slowly segue into this full-time. And of course, you can quit your day job, the 8 to 5, become an entrepreneur and live that type of lifestyle that we always think that real estate can bring. All right, there you have it. The 5 P's of how to get started in real estate from scratch. Now, the best thing you can do for yourself after watching these videos is really pick out 1 or 2 steps and put them into action. So here's what I want you guys to do. Go to REIclub.com. On the left side, you'll see a site navigation toolbar, and I want you to look for specifically the real estate articles and real estate videos. We have hundreds of videos from just not us, but all around, like nations from experts from around the country, as well as articles. We have thousands of articles from contributors from around the country. These are wholesalers, probate, fix and flippers, commercials, pretty much every niche of real estate is covered. And what I want you guys to do is find which niche fits what you're looking for. And I want you to focus all of your attentions, at least for the next week, next 30 days, on learning everything you can and creating as many questions as you can this month on that topic. And I promise you at the end of this month, not only are you going to be more knowledgeable on the topic, you're going to have a lot more questions that are going to help really catapult your education to that next level. Okay. Now, again, for those who are watching this video, if you enjoyed it, do me a small favor. Of course, leave comments below, smash that like button because it really does help us out. And if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can keep informed anytime a new video is posted. And of course, you can always click right over here for our past videos. And if you would like to be kept up to date, you should join our free newsletter. Really cool at REIclub.com/update. Completely free. We'd love to have you. Again, this is Frank Chen with REIclub.com. We look forward to talking to you next time. Take care, good investing, and bye-bye.